Praying is serious business with God.
We don't think relationally in that we have a Father who longs to hear from us. That we have a Father that loves to hear our voice. We have a Father that wants us to come to him. In fact, the Bible is just jammed full of this truth.
Miss Kuhlman used to always say, God will use anyone if you pay the price. I did not know what the price was. I know now. It's prayer. Prayer is the price. Time with God is the price. And nobody wants to pay it because we don't have time. People don't have time, or they say they don't. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. You just don't want to do it. You have time for everything. Well, can't you give God 1 hour of that?
You often wonder why your prayers are unanswered. You know some scriptures, and you talk to God, but somehow so many of your prayers go unanswered. There must be some reason. Have you thought about why? Have you looked at your life to ask the question, is there anything in my life that would cause God not to answer my prayers? Wonder if you've thought about this. Have you thought about the God to whom you are making your prayers? You say, well, everybody believes in God. Well, everybody doesn't believe in the one true God. And many people pray to a God, and they expect God to answer their prayers, and somehow they don't get answered, and so you give up on praying, and you say, well, the Bible's not really true.
But also, I think prayer, it works. I have seen over many years of my own life when I have prayed about different situations, God always has given an answer. Maybe it's not always the answer that I expect or desire, but I know that God's got a plan in every situation and every season of my life. And I have seen that prayer works.
She'd been married to him for 42 years, and he was an unbeliever. She prayed every day for 42 years for him to come to Christ. One day he was on a business trip in Florida, and he was killed in a car accident. About a month after he was killed, her phone rang, and this man on the phone said, is so-and-so there? Asked for her husband. She said, no, I'm sorry to tell you, he's passed away. He died in a car accident about a month ago in Florida. And the guy got kind of quiet, and he said, did you say he died about a month ago in a car accident in Florida? She said, yes. He said, was it on this day? And he said the date. She said, yes, it was. He said, did you get to talk to him that day? She said, no, I did not. He would always call me at night when he got to the hotel room. He said, ma'am, I have good news for you. He said, I'm a businessman. I wear a suit and tie to work. I work downtown in an office building. And God would not leave me alone that morning. And God spoke to me to go out to the highway and park my car and put my thumb out. And your husband came by. And I shared Christ with your husband. And your husband accepted Christ before he was killed in that car accident.
See from Jesus in the Gospels that he spent time with his Father. He went off on many occasions to spend alone time with his Father, to pray and seek his face. And so I think we are encouraged to do the same. But Jesus also gives us an example of how to pray, the Lord's Prayer.